This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, everybody, last comments for the evening. We went to Teveria, and it's really hard to believe that I didn't go to one of my favorite spots in the whole world. We didn't go to the kever of Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes. And not because we don't have what to say about Rabbi Meir. There is what to say about the great Tana Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes. Actually, he's buried differently than anybody in history. Most people are buried horizontally. Rabbi Meir, Reb Chaim Vital reveals, was buried standing up. Did you know that?
Yes. No.
Did you know Rabbi Meir was buried standing up? Say, why would Rabbi Meir be buried standing up? It's because the zechus of Rabbi Meir stands up for the Jewish people until Mashiach comes. In fact, the Yerushalmi says that Rabbi Meir said he's Mashiach, which is hard to believe. Rabbi Meir is Mashiach. Actually, who knows who Rabbi Meir Zayda was? Hero? Who's Hero? Nero, very good. Nero Caesar. Nero Caesar comes from Esav. So Rabbi Meir was a descendant of Esav. Actually, I'm going to tell you something. Who's coming with us to Hebron? Raise your hand if you're coming with us to Hebron. Yay, very good. Now, besides Abraham and Sarah, Yitzchak, and Rivka, Yaakov, and Leah, who else is buried in Hebron? The head of Esav. And Moshe Rabbeinu. Good. Now we have all the people who really listen to the Shiurim, maybe the Ramban. Does anybody know why Esav's head is in the Maras Machpelah? The Arizal writes in Sefer Oivadia. You ready for this? Kitzayid bepiv. There was trappings in Esav's mouth. You know who was trapped in Esav's mouth? The neshamas of Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir came from Esav, so Rabbi Meir was trapped in Esav's eyes, and therefore Esav's head is buried in the Maras Machpelah because Rabbi Meir wasn't in his eyes. So you were probably wondering, I don't understand. Glatstein came to Eretz Yisrael, he's not going to visit Rabbi Meir. We're going to see him on Tuesday in the Maras Machpelah because he's buried in the Maras Machpelah because he was in Esav's eyes and Esav's head is there. So we'll never miss a trip in Eretz Yisrael without visiting Rabbi Meir. So he is on the itinerary. You just have to sign up for the Hebron trip, okay? So Rabbi Meir is buried standing up. Also, Reb Chaim Falaji says that we are never Mesiach Das from the Tana Rabbi Meir. Why? Because Rabbi Meir has this fantastic teaching that Ben Kach u'Ben Kach Nikram Banim, that even when we're not fulfilling the Ratzon of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we are always considered the beloved children of Hashem, which is ultimately the impetus for Hashem to redeem us. Because in the end of days, we may not have the requisite merit for Hashem to redeem us. And the nations of the world are going to say, God, why are you redeeming the Jewish people? They're not any better than us. And the only response Hashem will have is, well, they're my children and I have to redeem them, which is the Svara of Rabbi Meir. Says the Emes Liyaakov, Rav Yaakov Sha'alti al Ninyo. And I actually just got a message from a friend of mine who said that the Avbezin of Teveria, and I didn't know this, Rav Chaviv Chaim David Satan wrote a sefer on Rabbi Meir called Takvay Shal Nes. Actually, he wrote 3 volumes. So we got to get a hold of that. And Rabbi Meir's svara is we are always considered the children of Hashem, which will ultimately bail us out of the galus. So when Meir says that he's Mashiach, what he means is his svara, his worldview, will bring the Mashiach. And that is why he is buried standing up. And that is why the Mashiach will reveal itself in the city of Teveria. Because you're wondering, isn't it a shame there's traffic now and we're getting delayed? But maybe Mashiach will come now and we'll already be in the city of Teveria. So it might be a good thing. Yeah? Okay. So Mashiach is going to reveal itself in the city of Teveria, even though the Chida asks that the Zohar says Mashiach will reveal itself in the Galil. So the Chida answers yes. The Zohar says the general location, the Galil, and the Gemara says the more specific location, namely Teveria. So the more we stay here, the more the traffic is, the better off we are. It's a chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu just to sit on a road in Teveria awaiting the Mashiach. Where else could you be mitzapeh for the Geula than waiting on the road on Teveria? And even though we're not moving, and we might not get back until 4 a.m., still every moment here, we're Makayim, the great Iker. We were just at the Rambam. The Rambam is the one who formulated Animamim be'amunah shalema v'yasam yasriach v'afal pisha yismameya im kol zeh achak eloi b'chol yom sheyavai. So Rav Meir never forgets about us. Rav Meir is buried standing, and we never forget about him. We are never mesiach das from him. So we hope to see very soon the winning argument of Rav Meir of Benkach u'Benkach Nikra Banim. We didn't visit him today, but we will be sure to visit him on Tuesday by the eyes of Esav. Kitzayid bepiv, says the Arizal. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining this amazing trip. It was a pleasure to be together today. Bracha v'hatzlacha, Yimali Hashem kol mashal yisluv l'tova.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.